Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh
Yahweh,
Bashem
Bashem,
Yahushai
Yahushai,
Bashem
Bashem,
Rakadash.
Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well in the scriptures. All right, we're just gonna come. We're coming at you, coming back again to do an Lord willing and edifying lesson. All right, it's the brother Daniela,
Brother Yaquad.
and the topic on the lesson is basically gonna be about how all right, you have the prophets of the Lord out there in the highways and byways, speaking the same thing that these celebrities will talk about every now and then of the truth. All right, but the truth that the prophets have been speaking for a long time. All right, but just because someone of high status or has money, they're gonna be listened to and heard from than the apostles of Great Millstone, man. All right, the teachers of teachers, man. All right, they're the elders. All right, they have much wisdom and understanding according to the scriptures, man, because the Lord is dealing with them. All right, but they're not being talked about. All right, they're not being interviewed, so a lot of people could hear the truth, man, because that's what the apostles push, man. All right, but I just want to play this clip, and we're just gonna get into a couple precepts that hop to mind. All right.
And with this clip, we're going to eat their meat and spit out the bones, of course.
Right, because they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the Lord is not dealing with these people, all right? This will be considered as a false prophet, or because if you're not gathering, you're scattering, man, all right? You got to teach the full blown truth. That's what the Lord wants, and that's what the Lord is dealing with. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go on and play it.
Why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
What's the answer?
The answer is the liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer is over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still going to be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity. That's just why they chopped those noses off of the Pharaoh and the Sphinx in Egypt in the first place, is because what.
But the point was how he's talking about how, all right, basically the Southern Kingdom has lost their heritage, but truly is all Israel, man, the 12 nations. All right, we are all right. Those you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're the true biblical Israelites, and as a people, we've all lost that heritage. We can only, we only know so far of our nation, but what about the rest of the history?
That's right. Hey, yeah, like, this guy was trying to say, and like, hey, we've been saying, man, all right? All these nations, they can date their heritage back to thousands and thousands of years ago, man. When it comes to so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, it only goes so far, like the bro said, and why is that? Because this is Jeremiah 17:4. It says, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I'll cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. Ye have kindled a fire in my anger which shall burn forever." Alright, and that's what happened, alright, to the 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, because throughout all captivities that we ever been through, whether it was, Egypt, Babylon, Assyrian, alright, Medo-Persian, alright, etc., we always knew who we were. We always knew we was the Israelites. But when we came over here, alright, to Babylon, this modern day Babylon here in America, alright, our heritage was basically stripped from us, man. And that was all to go according to prophecy, man. Alright? Meanwhile, all these other nations, they could still track their heritage back to thousands and thousands of years ago, man. Alright? So these curses, alright, the scriptures only fit one nation of people. Alright? You got that.
Just to back up what you just brought out, the book of Baruch 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. All right, that's why the apostles of Great Millstone are out there, man, teaching, because as the Lord commanded His servants to go out there in the highways and byways, all right. Also in Isaiah 58:1 to cry aloud and spare not. All right, they're lifting up that trumpet and they're blowing them, man, because they're giving warning to the people. But just like how we started off with, the apostles and their teachers have been teaching this and speaking about it for years, man. But they're not being talked about, you know.
Yeah, and that's a great precept because when you ask the 1948ers, man, when you ask the small hats, according to them, they always knew who they were, man. So who is these people that in the land of their captivity that they would sure remember themselves, man? Who is those people, man? All right. Obviously they don't fit that prophecy. That's talking about the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, here in America and scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that's waking up to their heritage, man. All right, so here it is. We're remembering ourselves, man. All right, and hey, it's a beautiful thing. And you got the guy Cat Williams. All right, he was talking about, you know, basically our oppressors. They've been knew who we were, but we are the only ones that don't know who we are, man. And guess what? The apostles and the bishops and the elder brothers been saying that, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is nothing new, man. All right, but as brothers, the lesson we gonna get into, we gonna bring out a few precepts. Hey, Jake, don't listen until somebody with stature here in Babylon says something, or Esau say something, man. All right, but the prophets been bringing these things out, man. All right, but you gotta.
This is the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 13:23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They exalt it to the clouds, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him, And that's exactly what it was, an example that could be put right there. All right, he's not the only one, because you have numerous of celebrities that will come out and speak somewhat of the truth, man, but to a certain extent, because they can't speak on it too much. All right, just like what happened when Nick Cannon, like what 2 years back.
Yeah.
All right, he spoke about Amalek, and they didn't like that.
Canceled like all his shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then he backtracked, man. All right, he trimmed his way to seek love, man.
Right. Because those are the oppressors, man. All right, so because you celebrities, you really don't have any status according to Esau. They look at you the same way they do a homeless man, and a homeless Jake, I should say that.
Yep.
All right.
That's right.
But the point is that people like those, man, from our nations, those are the sellouts right there, man. Because if they really did care about, giving out that knowledge, all right, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua will be dealing with them. But the Lord is not dealing with them. All right, He's dealing with the apostles and the brothers of GMS, man. All right, and the Lord that's why He has His prophets, man, to be fishers of men. All right, there's still Jake out there that needs to hear this word, and one way or another, they're gonna hear it. All right, because the scriptures talk about my sheep hear my voice. They know me and follow me. All right, and they're not going to go into any false doctrine, because according to the scripture, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to be deceived. The Lord is going to cry unto them, and they're going to hear. All right, but hey, man, we're talking about just 2/3 Jake dummies that our people will listen to, but our apostles who have true wisdom and understanding, because the Lord is dealing with them and feeding them knowledge, and they're putting in the work to, they're looking at the definitions. They're going into the Greek, the Hebrew. All right, these are the apostles who are actually teachers and prophets of the Lord. Hey, our 2/3 of our people will try to overthrow them, man.
And that just goes back to the scriptures, because Jake is carnal, man. All right, that's the end all be all to that, man. Our people are carnal, when they see a guy, he got nice clothing, he got a nice house, all right, he's well groomed, all right, they esteem that man, all right, and he could be one of the foolish men upon earth, man, but they would still esteem everything he say, because Jake is carnal, man. All right, so when it comes to a wise man, all right, if he don't got much, then since he don't got much, people tend to disregard him. And I got a precept,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really the men of the Lord, man. All right, because I'm gonna bring out two precepts actually. This Ecclesiastes 9:16, it says, "Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard." All right, so like we're going into the apostles been saying this for decades, man. All right, but guess what? The poor man's words are despised, man. All right, people scoff, they scorn. All right, when our apostles say certain things, but then let when these celebrities say the same thing, and everybody, oh, I'm woke now. I just had a revelation, you know. Now they take heed and really want to listen, right? And it says, "In His words are not heard." So, and this is the Lord is beautiful because He did this all according to His will, of course, but strategically, man. All right, because you people are a bunch of phonies, man. All right, you don't really want wisdom, or you don't want the truth. All right, you really just a bunch of respecter of persons, man. All right. And hey, that's how the Lord set it up. This is 1 Corinthians 1:27. It says, "But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. God hath chosen the weak things of this world to confound the things that are mighty." Alright, so God hath chosen the foolish things, the base things, the weak things of this world to confound those who are wise, man, or to bring out this wisdom and understanding. So you're not going to have alright, man, and rolling up in Bentleys and Rolls Royces, man. Alright, preaching His word, man. Alright, even when Yahushua came, He came lowly on a donkey, man. Alright, so you're gonna have, men who, that is looked at as no stature within this current society, man. Alright, but they have the wisdom, alright, imparted unto them, alright, of the Holy Spirit, man. Alright. But you people, since you're so carnally minded, you're not going to be able to receive the things they say because, because of their appearance, how they look. You're not even listening to the things that they're saying. All right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, just because, the brother looking a little rough, you just disregard everything he's saying. He must not know nothing. Right? But the wisdom that these brothers bringing out is true wisdom. All right, but you'll never receive that because you're not spiritually minded. You're not, So that's how these people are in this world, man. Right? But you gotta...
Just to back up the first, your point that you made that they're carnally minded. All right. This is the book of Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be.
Mm-hmm.
And these people are carnally minded, man, because like the brother mentioned, alright, they see Esau with a nice suit and expensive nice suit and tie, alright, looking all with a smooth face, alright. They'll listen to that man, but like the brother mentioned, a brother that looks rough, alright, he looks like he doesn't have a lot of money or no stature, he's not gonna be listened to, even though the knowledge and wisdom is truly coming from him because the Lord is dealing with him, man.
Yeah, man, because the laws is spiritual, man. Alright? And this world is full of carnality, man. So, if you're about this world, you can't possibly be friends with the Most High, man. Alright? But, you got something else?
Yeah, just one more. This is the book of Mark 6:2. It says, "And when the Shabbat day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many hearing him were astonished, saying, From whence hath this man these things?
Mm-hmm.
And what wisdom is this? And what wisdom is this which is given unto him, that even such mighty works are wrought by his hands?" It says, verse 3, "Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James,
Perfect.
and Joseph, and of Judah, and Simon, and are not his sisters and are not his sisters here with us?" And they were offended at him. Hey, Yahushua, man, he had that wisdom and he had them works, but these people scoff because they knew his father, his mother, they saw him grew up, he's being scoffed at, man.
Yeah, who you people call Jesus? He was from the trenches. He was from the trenches, Hey, the scripture says, "Can any good thing come out of Nazareth?"
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so they scoffed that man, because he came from a lowly upbringing. He didn't come from, riches and any type of status. All right, So when he had all this wisdom, everybody looked at him. They was carnally minded. Who is this nigga? Who is this guy? Who is he? Like he nobody. The whole time this the Son of Man. All right, this Yahweh Shah, Lord and Savior. And it's the same thing with the prophets, man. All right, the scripture says the servant is not greater than his master, right? So the prophets are going through that same thing, man.
All right, they're gonna be looked at side eye, man. All right, because the men of the Lord, they offend the world, man. All right, their very presence just angers him, and they don't even know why. All right, because we're not walking the same walk. So, before honor comes humility. Before the prophets get, that glory, just like how Shai has. They're gonna be looked down on, man. Because like the brother mentioned, we're no greater than our master. The servants will go through the same thing. All right, that persecution. All right, them scoffing and hating you, just as they did Yahushua.
That's right.
And that's the whole point of the lesson we're trying to get into. The Lord willing, it was edifying. But with that, let's end off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Akim pushing his word with truth and sincerity with charity. With that, Shalom.